Thank you.
So we're going to start the Kwanzaa off by just, raising the voice of our ancestors and honoring their presence. Oh, great ancestors, we thank you. We thank you for your presence today. We honor the great journey from our motherland. Oh, great ancestors, your blood and your breath flow through us. And it is because of you we sit here today and we have this libation. And so we pour our water and give thanks to those who passed before us. Grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, great-great-great-grandfathers, great-grandfathers, great-great-grandfathers, sisters, brothers, all those who have gone on and have done great work to lay down the path that we may follow. Grant us wisdom, guidance, courage to go forward and to build back the greatness of our people. Habaragani. Habaragani. Habaragani means, what is the news today?
Ujima.
Today. Ujima. Ujima means to work together, collectively, responsibly. We gather our hands together, and together we can carry a greater load. We can carry more. One finger doesn't wash our face very well, but both hands wash the face very well. They wash our beautiful skin brown. They wash our beautiful face and our beautiful lips and nose that is made specially and shaped specially because we are African, African of origin, African of heart, African of blood, African of life. I give thanks for that.
Yeah.
So, we're grateful to have Ujima in our communities. We need to use this to gather ourselves together, gather our energy, gather our hands together to create, to build strongly. To lay down a firm foundation, it takes many hands. Makes a better foundation when we work it together. Right?
Right.
Power. All right, so I'm going to do a little poem that I love to do, and it's called It Takes a Village.
Great.
I love this poem. It's one of my favorite poems. All right. It's called Ujima. It takes a whole village to raise a child. And I am a village-raised child. I am mothered by village mothers and fathered by village fathers, fed by village cooks, and clothed by village mothers, clothed by village weavers. I am protected by village keepers. I am protected and taught by village teachers. I am a village child. It takes a whole village to raise a child.
Yes.
That is the power of what we hold today. In Ujima, we can raise a village child. If that child has no mom or dad because they lost their mom or dad, they don't have to be without a mom or dad. They can be raised by village moms and village dads. So we are grateful for the village griot also, because the village griot passes on the lessons, the wisdom that moves around the community over centuries, over ancestors. And even for us as a people far away from our home, we have kept these stories over water. And so we give thanks for that.
Yes.
So I think we should definitely have our young man over here come and light the candle. Although I am the eldest, I want him to light the candle. I pass it on.
Yes.
Yeah, you get to light the first candle, the black candle. And we always remember that our foundation in our Kinara is Umoja. And that stands for the people, right?
Right.
The beautiful richness of our culture.
Might be a little higher.
I'm just gonna. Umoja. What does Umoja stand for?
Unity?
Yeah, good job.
Wait, this one as well?
We're gonna light it after. Read emoji first.
Umoja. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so I know yesterday was Kuji Shagulia, but we always relight the candles again, right? So brother, would you like to come over and light the second candle for me, please? And I'll let you read this first. Number 2.
Kuisha Gulia, self-determination. To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves.
So we're going to light the red candle. Everybody together. Kuji Shagulia!
Kuji Shagulia.
Or some people say Kuji Shagulia.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So now we have today's principle. On the Kinara, the Nguzo Saba, Ujima. Who would like to read Ujima?
Ujima, collective work and responsibility to build and maintain our community together and to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them together. Ujima.
Ujima.
Good. Looking good. All right. I have another poem I'd like to read. And it's a poem by Langston Hughes, who was a great American poet and writer. And the poem is called My People. The night is beautiful, so the faces of my people. The stars are beautiful, so the eyes of my people. Beautiful also is the sun. Beautiful are the souls of my people. And that was Langston Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
And another story, another poem I would like to read, and it is I Rise by Maya. She is our great ancestor, and she left for us so much wealth of words that we should never be short of a poem or a song or a story to read. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide. Welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Bringing the gifts of my ancestors gave, I am the hope and the dream of the slaves. And so I rise, I rise, I rise. That's by our sister Maya Angelou.
Ursasa.
This is good.
Thank you. All right. I think I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to read this story for our young man. And it's called The Great Drum. The lion sent out a message for all the animals to come to a very special meeting. Messengers went far and wide to spread the news of this meeting. As soon as the animals heard the message, they hurried right away to the council circle. It was about 3 weeks before they were all gathered. The lion was very disappointed. We have got to find a way to get everyone together more quickly, shouted the lion, and Nancy had an idea. What we need, he explained, is a great drum, one that can be heard all over the forest. When the great drum is sounded, everyone will know right away and come swiftly to the meetings. Everyone agreed that this was a fine idea. The animals were divided into groups, each group taking on a different part in the construction of the drum. Ujima, working together. The first group cut down a large tree. The second group trimmed off all the branches. The next group hollowed out the tree. Then sculptors worked to decorate the drum. They worked hard through the many, many days, and on their way home, at the end of each day, they would sing, "Life is labor. We are tired and hot. We work so hard because we work for our people." Everyone worked except the monkey. While the others labored, he found a nice shady spot to hide and eat some berries. All day long, he just lounged around. When they were on their way back to the village, Monkey would join them as though he had been working with them all day long. Monkey sang, "Life is labor. I am tired and hot. I work so hard because I work for my people." Anansi watched and knew exactly what a monkey was doing, but Anansi said nothing. When the great drum was finished, it had to be brought to the council circle. The problem was that the drum was very, very heavy and no one wanted to carry it. It was then that Anansi spoke up. "Since no one wants to carry the great drum, and we all have worked so hard already, each one of them," they said, "well, we suggest that the one who worked the least carry the drum. The one who worked the least among us carry the drum." All the animals thought this was a good plan. Each of them looked around, trying to think, who among us has worked so little? Who hadn't they seen working so hard like themselves? First one looked at Monkey, then another one, and soon all eyes rested on Monkey. Monkey stepped out into the center of the circle and announced, "I just want to make this perfectly clear here. I will not carry the drum." All the animals laughed, ha ha ha. And Nancy said, "No one mentioned your name, Monkey. Nobody mentioned your name." All the animals thought, what a silly monkey. People were wondering to themselves, what's wrong with this guy? So it was agreed that the monkey had to carry the great drum to the council circle. So you see, he thought he was getting away with not working in Ujima with the rest of the animals in the forest, but at the end, he had to pay by doing his part. And that was part of it. Part of Ujima was cutting down the tree and clearing the branches and building the drum and carving a beautiful design, but then the drum had to get to the council circle. And so Monkey, lucky for him, they let him do some work, and he had to carry the drum all by himself to get to the council circle. So we understand that Ujima is a very important part of what we do, and I believe that this organization here is also a part of this, does very much in Ujima to make sure that things get done. I'm sure, Brother Farrell, that the One Full Circle doesn't function unless everybody does their part.
Exactly.
So Ujima is a very, very incredible and very powerful principle in the Nguzo Saba, because it allows us to realize that we are not alone, and alone we cannot do everything.
Mhm.
But if we ask to, asking people is also practicing Ujima, because if we don't ask, we can't get help for the things that we need to do. And for the adults, you know, with your children, you know, it's really important to just, you know, sometimes, you know, us, we tend to, okay, we'll just do it because, you know, we've asked them like 3 times and they haven't done it. But it's really important to just say, you know, like call everybody in, make them accountable, you know. Being accountable is part of Ujima also. So Ujima is a very important principle on the Nguzo Saba. And I think, you know, that we need to practice the principles every day. You know, I think everybody falls short sometimes of being, you know, being strong in some of the principles. We're stronger in some principles, weaker in other principles. But I think, you know, practicing Kwanzaa every day, or just posting the, you know, the principle that will continually, you know, it will go in a full circle, you know, all the way around, you know. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to stand up and I would like to do the 7 Harambis, okay, because the Harambis are, you know, very important. Alrighty, so when we do Harambe, brother,
Oh, it's good.
we're gonna stand up, we're gonna do the Harambe. Come, we're gonna come into the circle. Come closer, come closer.
Feel the energy.
Feel the energy. So when we do the 7 Harambe, you often have seen maybe Nelson Mandela or the young athletes on the podium of the time with their hands raised up in the air strongly. And we pull down saying Harambe, which means to pull together, de travailler ensemble, de tirer ensemble. Alors on fait ça cette fois. Harambe,
Harambe, Harambe, Harambe, Harambe, Harambe, Harambe, Harambe, Harambe.
Harambe to everybody.
Harambe.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Thank you.
And, that's it for me.
Night, thank you.
You're welcome.